Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Chad Armijo with ChadArmijoCoaching.com. It's just a gorgeous day here in Colorado. I woke up to birds chirping, rain drizzling down. Nothing like springtime in the Rockies. So we're going to talk about synthetic imagination versus creative imagination. This comes out of the Think and Grow Rich book, over 100 years old, but still holds up today. So synthetic imagination versus creative imagination. Synthetic imagination is built upon all these things that we already know exist in the world. Say you wanted to take an idea. A dog just came running down the pathway. It wasn't my dog. So say you wanted to take an idea such as an automobile. You wanted to take that idea and expand on that using knowledge that we already know exists. So that's kind of taking these pieces that are other person's idea, creative ideas, or imagination, and we're putting them together for a different use. That's synthetic imagination. The best example I can give to that is remember being in college. Maybe you were behind on rent. You're trying to think of the best way to come up with that rent. So in college you may have done a little Google search and said, I can throw a party, right? I can charge everybody $5 a cup. And I can pay my rent if I have 30 people show up, whatever it is. But that's taking an idea that exists. They said, okay, well, you know, Jenny over down the block is having a party of her own. How do I compete with that? I gotta make my party stand out. So you're taking this synthetic imagination of your party. You're going to build upon it, right? You're going to say, well, my party's going to be a bubble party, right? Where we have these bubble machines come out and everybody is half naked in their bathing suits, and people are going to want to come to mine over hers because hers is for the chess club, right? Not to say there's anything wrong with that. Just one's more exciting than the other to some people. So you end up tweaking your party, you end up being creative in your marketing process through social media, through slapping posters around your school campus, and your party's a great success. Way more than 30 people show up. You raise way more than you need to for rent. You used your synthetic imagination to get that going. Now, creative imagination is taking something out of the ether, the air around us, this thing that we know exists, but we can't put our finger on it, literally and figuratively. So think of Thomas Edison and the telephone. People told him, you're not going to be able to broadcast sound through air across the world. Nobody's going to figure that out. That's impossible. Or the light bulb. You're not going to be able to have a light without fire or gas or something there that's, you know, that's impossible. Nothing's impossible if we can use that creative imagination. Now, it may not always work like you believe it's going to work, but it'll work. So the Wright Brothers, prior to flying their planes, there was nobody that had done that prior. They had studied birds. People thought they were crazy. You're not going to fly. That's crazy. No, that's impossible, right? The creative imagination solves those problems, those deeper problems. Henry Ford had that issue when he wanted to build a V8 motor. You know, nobody had done that prior. He sent his engineering team to go build a V8 motor for his automobile. They kept coming back and saying it's impossible. He said, well, try to solve it from a different way. You know, it took a few months, I think it was about 6 months before they finally figured it out. But nothing is impossible with that creative imagination. There are ways to figure it out. And like I said, it may not turn out the way you exactly imagined it, but you'll figure it out. So the creative imagination builds completely out of that nothingness, basically. But it's not nothingness. We know there's an energy that surrounds everything. So, the creative imagination is what started companies like Amazon. What Nikola Tesla used when he first tapped into the earth to pull out energy. It's what happens when our mind refuses to quit thinking about a certain subject or certain thing that needs to be solved, certain problem that needs to be solved. The synthetic mind is building off of things that already exist, ideas that already exist to solve a problem. The creative mind is bringing something wholly new into this world, this realm, this universe to solve a problem. So, see which one you tap into mostly. The creative mind takes time, it takes patience, it takes determination to tap into. But if you're sick at being at your job, sick at sitting at your desk, sick at looking at that computer screen when you're not making enough money to, when you say, oh, Chad, this job, I don't know if I can deal with it anymore. Use that creative mind. Put some action into place to change your situation. Pretty soon it's going to come to you in the form of something you love. Maybe it's writing a book, maybe it's painting, maybe it's acting, maybe it's doing YouTube videos just like this. Use that creative mind and it'll help you. Also, I mean, you use that synthetic mind all the time, you know. I'm not putting down one or the other, but that creative mind helps you out of these places you don't want to be. Definitely. So, smile at the world. The world will smile back. My name is Chad Armijo with ChadArmijoCoaching.com. Thanks for watching. Hit that little subscribe button, that thumbs up button if you liked it. I'll see you on the next one.